What's going on, guys? Oh my Godzilla here with another episode of our PodZilla show, our little Godzilla podcast. Super stoked on this episode. We got Dell TV in the house. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thank you for having us. Hello, how you doing?
Good. Glad you guys can make it on the show. So yeah, we had kind of reached out to each other a couple months ago and talked about a collaboration. And then and they actually put together a really awesome little Godzilla gift box and sent it over. So I did an opening of that. They had some really fun goodies in there. So again, huge shout out to them for sending that over. But first thing I want to just kind of jump in with is what kind of got you guys into the world of everything Godzilla?
We go back pretty far. So when I was real young, I'd say just my father watching Godzilla walk down to the living room one time, and I could just see it in black and white on the TV. And I was a little kid, I was into cartoons and all that. And I saw what was going down, and I was just totally amazed. It seemed so real to me back then. Compared to today, things look good, but there was just something that was amazing and magical about it as a little kid that just, drew my attention towards it. And it was truly fascinating. And then from there, a few years later, I know people don't consider it Godzilla, but Godzilla 1998 came out, and holy cow, that really did it for me, like other people too, So I'm going to give them some credit where it's due, but as far as me on my end, that's what got me into Godzilla. And throughout the years, I've had my obsession amongst other things. And then this little guy, he's just all about it now. I mean, this guy's sitting here watching the old ones. They're speaking in their language. He's watching the black and white version, and he's into it, which is amazing because most kids his age are just watching YouTube or playing Fortnite. Nothing wrong with that, but I just find it pretty cool that he's following in my footsteps and he's keeping that tradition alive. How about you?
Yeah, that's definitely awesome to hear. I'm pretty close to your side of things. My first movie was the 98, just because that one was on TV so often back in the day. I remember watching a tiny bit of it when I was really young, and then I was at I was over at some family's house a while ago, when I was young. So I guess not a while ago, but years and years ago, I was at some family member's house, and they ended up putting that on, and I watched it, and then immediately came home and was begging to go to Toys R Us and see what they had, and then so really, I saw the one movie, and that got me introduced to like wanting to collect, and then I actually used my love of collecting to hone in on the movies. So I started collecting more than I was even watching some of the movies. But yeah, so the 98 was my first movie also, and then I've just gone down the rabbit hole and been stuck ever since.
Isn't that something? That's kind of like us. I know I really didn't touch much on how we got into collecting, but I've always just had a weird thing for just purchasing toys, holding on to them, keeping them. Funko Pop we got real big and carried away with, but Godzilla 2, which is tough because holy cow, trying to keep up with some of you guys, these figures, they cost a lot of money. I mean, I'm just looking at everything you got back there, and my goodness gracious, I don't know how you do it, but I got to catch up.
Yeah, it's definitely an expensive one. And I've been collecting for a long time, as I'm sure everyone, tons of people have. It helped that I had a little transition period where I moved back in with my family after I moved out to California, and then COVID shut everything down, so I came home. And I was living at home for a while, but still working full time, so I was able to do a little bit more collecting then because I didn't have too many bills. And then everything, so much is coming out all the time. It's hard to keep up with everything that's coming out, but and then diving back into the old stuff. But it's a fun challenge to keep up with the new stuff and try and find some of the old stuff you like. And
exactly, it's exactly how I feel right now. I had no problem with the Godzilla vs. Kong wave and getting all that stuff, but it's like, man, I feel like if anybody looked at my collection, they'd be like, who is this guy? But it's tough because I really am trying to catch up. I had a good bit going when I was much younger, and then my parents, they separated, and I had lost track of all my toys. So I had some good ones back in the day, and occasionally I'll be browsing on eBay and I'll see something that I had as a little boy. Do it just for for good time's sake, So I got a few toys that I've been trying to get from back in the day and put them with my newer collection that we have now.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. Yeah, fortunately the Godzilla versus Kong stuff was mostly pretty affordable. but some, tracking down some of these older things can be detrimental to the wallet for sure.
I know, I gotta watch it. I see that you got some of the new figurines that came out of Target, right?
Well, not the super new ones. So, they did the 2014 Godzilla and the Skull Island Kong. Those aren't at my store yet.
Oh, I thought you had those. Sorry about that.
No, I did a video about them arriving in stores, and I found the product number. And
Yeah.
so I did kind of like an announcement video, but no, I'm still trying to get my hands on those. It doesn't look like they're going to reach me for another couple of months. So I'm like scouring the forums, and anytime somebody posts one, I'm like, oh, did you see an extra set? Can you go buy them and I'll pay you for them? Because you can find them on eBay right now, but for for four, five, six, seven, 8 times what they sell for, I'm not going to spend $60 on a $10 toy.
Yeah, forget about it. I'll keep an eye out for you. I know that they tend to come in through the West Coast first. My market here in Florida, we tend to get them last. Who knows? Sometimes we might get lucky. Everything is just thrown out of whack, with the supply chain, and it's a big mess right now.
Yeah, it really is. We appreciate you keeping an eye out. With some of the first stuff, like I remember, I was fortunate enough that my store got the wave that included the first Mechagodzilla. My store got those really early, so I was able to put a video out about the Mechagodzilla pretty early on, and that one got some fun traction because for some reason it came to I'm in Colorado, so it was weird that I had it so early in the West. A lot of the West Coast people were still waiting on it, but this one, I know a lot of the West Coasters are seeing this new stuff come in, and I think it'll be. I checked at my store, and it'll come in about the first or second week of April, so I still got a couple weeks to wait if I want to get them at my store.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, thanks. They look great. I'm excited to see them. The Godzilla looks really cool. It's really cool to have that new Kong with the boat propeller to whip around. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And then the new stuff that they're doing looks fun too. They're doing this one of the singular point Godzillas and everything. I want Playmates to do a Muto though. I think that would be awesome.
Come on now, man. That would be so long overdue. I know they have the older ones from back in the day, but good luck trying to get those for a reasonable price.
Right, yeah. And because I think, was it Jack Specific who had the license, I think, around that movie?
Them. I know that they definitely did King of the Monsters.
Yeah, no, maybe it wasn't Jack Specific. I feel like somebody else had it for. I'm looking at it right now, but I can't remember who had the license. But whoever had the license, they did like that tiny little battle set, Muto. And then the Bandai Japan did the one male Muto, which was fine, but now it's really expensive, and it wasn't overly articulate. And then, but did you catch a couple months ago? I can't remember when I pre-ordered this. It was probably back in September or October of last year. The Bandai Premium they're doing a Muto set, so the male and the female, like in their Bandai Japan Premium line.
That's right. I almost forgot about that. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, so I pre-ordered that forever ago, and I actually just got the notification that 2 days ago it shipped from Japan. So,
oh my God,
hopefully that comes in, sometime in the next week or so, maybe 10 days, I don't know. But I'm super stoked for that, just because Mutos, they were kind of random at the time, but I've actually grown to like them a lot and think they're really cool, and they definitely deserve some more love. So I'm really excited to get those figures in and check them out.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. They're a cool little couple. I definitely like them.
Yeah, but it was definitely not a cheap set. I think it comes with the male and female, but I think it was like $260 or something. So yeah, I'm hoping they're worth it. We'll find out soon enough.
You know what? Hey man, you only live once, okay?
There you go. There you go. I like that mentality.
I'll stick with my little $10, $15, $20 Playmate figures for now. I'll do my thing.
Yeah, it's definitely it's nice, but it is nice that Playmates is doing so many affordable figures, and getting them out in Targets and Walmarts, and so you don't have to pay for overseas shipping and buy all these crazy expensive things. You can go to your local stores and pick up Godzilla merchandise.
I love it. They know that there's a market for it, which is good for them, good for us, because it keeps the spirit of Godzilla alive. With or without it, it's just nice that there's so much activity in the community right now between the movies, even the show that's coming out on Apple Plus TV, right?
Yeah.
That's about. See if we get any merchandise to go along with that. and then moving forward, with this new movie. But I tell you what, man, there was nothing like the marketing in 1998 for that Godzilla movie. I remember, I was born in 91, so I remember some things from 1998. I was like 7 years old, and man, I remember going to Toys R Us, and it was massive. Just the marketing for this movie was huge. It was larger than life. Taco Bell, they had their toys in the Happy Meal.
Yeah.
The advertising with the Chihuahua, it got so many people excited. Actually, I got someone here. I'll show him to you. We got our friend Godzilla Puppet.
That's a fun one. I don't know if I've seen that one before.
1998. Yeah, this is from the 1998 Godzilla movie.
Can I show my collection?
Yeah, what do you have? What do you want to show him? Who do you have? Oh my goodness, he's got a few things over there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see him. Yeah, I'd love to see
some of his things real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm always
ahead,
down to see what everybody else has in their setups.
So I want to say that this is the Trendmasters Godzilla. This one
Okay.
isn't working right now. It busted. I had two of these, but one of them broke. When I was telling you before how when I would go on eBay and I would track things down and find toys from when I was a little boy. This is one of
Yeah.
the toys that I found from when I was a little kid. Oh man, this one's so cool. I wish it worked for you right now, but you hit that little red button and he would roar. Very cool. What else do we
Oh,
have?
that's a fun one.
He's
I don't think I
an
have
out
that.
of the box collector. I'm more of an inbox collector. Oh, and we have this beauty. We all know who this is,
The
right?
Skull Crawler. Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a good one. Who else do we have?
I remember the
He's
Skull
a big
Crawler
kid.
took a lot of people. The Skull Crawler was hard to track down for some people.
Lord, yeah, it was really hard. And such like a small role in the movie, right?
It's maybe
Right.
big one.
A very big one. We got this
Yeah,
one from
this is-
Target.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
There you go. Yeah.
The Bandai Creation did their rendition of that before Playmates got it, and I have mine right here. I'm trying to dig them out. That was actually, the Bandai Creation version of that was
There he
actually
is.
my first figure I went and bought was
Nice.
was this guy, and he's real similar. I have his counterpart right here, but so this one was actually the first figure I went out and bought, and I didn't even realize it, but he's got like a massively deformed foot and stuff, but
He's unique.
and I didn't even realize it at first. I just thought, oh, that's the way the sculpt is. But I watched other people's, I watched reviews of them, and oh, who's that little guy? Is that tiny little rodent?
Rodan. Big fan of this guy right here. He's so cool.
Yeah,
This
what-
little keychain. Yeah. So you got the keychains we sent you, right?
I did, yeah. That you
Yeah.
sent the Mothra and the Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that the
so this
Rodan
is-
from that set?
Yeah, the Rodan from that set.
Okay, yeah, I remember I bought like 13 or something of those blind bags, and I ended up missing two, and I was missing Rodan and one other one. I can't even remember. I got them all sitting right here, but I was missing
Nice.
Rodan and one other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
You wanna
Rodan
show
looks
him your
really good.
distributor? Who? You want to show? He wants to show you Mechagodzilla now. There we go.
Godzilla, yeah, he's a good one.
That was okay. So we're gonna get a Battle Roar version of that, right?
Yeah. It somebody actually posted a video of it on Instagram, and the Luminous News channel with Heisenberg and G Forever actually
Yeah.
got the rights to like borrow that footage. So some guy in like China has the Battle Roar, so you can check out their video and see the Battle Roar in action. It looks super good, and I'm really stoked for it to make its way over here.
I wonder if that's Ned Chang.
It was Ned Chang that they got
Yeah.
hit. So he had footage of it and they borrowed it and did a video on it. And
Nice.
so it looks really cool. I'm super stoked for it to make its way over here. No idea when it's supposed to be though.
Yeah. So hey, he's gonna show you one last thing. So do you remember when this little thingy came out?
Oh, yep. Yeah, I got mine right over there on the shelf. The Super 7.
Super 7, yeah. That one's cool. Ugly little guy, but we like him.
Yeah, the Super
All right.
7's fun.
All good. So this is the last one he's gonna show you, and then we'll get
All
back
right,
to it.
let's see it.
He's very excited
Oh.
about this tour.
The little chibi. There we go. We
Yeah.
can we can be buddies. I got the little chibi set was I remember going to Toys R Us and finding that. And then the Destroyer.
The other Destroyer, yeah. He's a huge fan of Destroyer, and it stinks because good luck trying to find anything online. Like it's there, but pretty pricey, not what I'm trying to spend for this guy. Cause
Yeah. I think that Destroyer you had, I think that was like the 2020 or 2021 release. I think.
yeah, it's on
It's not-
Amazon. We got
Yeah,
one
that
on
one's on Amazon, I think, for not too much, but anything else, yeah, it's gonna cost you. Playmates did their Destroyer, and it was pretty underwhelming. And I haven't seen it in stores for forever.
You mean this?
That's the one. I got mine right over there sitting.
Oh, that's hilarious. Because I know the Playmates in Bandai were doing them, but let's see. The Space Godzilla looks silly if you've ever seen that one. I mean, it's cool, but
The Space Godzilla it's very well. That's another one that Playmates is redoing. Was it? No, they're redoing Shin Godzilla. Their Space Godzilla and Shin Godzilla both looked really bad in their first ones. But yeah, they're redoing the Shin Godzilla, so I'm excited to see that.
That's cool. We'll have to get that one.
Yeah,
Exciting time to be alive.
yeah, it's a super exciting time, and yeah, like one of best time to be a Godzilla fan, and in my whatever 12 years of being a Godzilla fan, this is the easiest time to find accessible movies, and with so many on streaming, and new movies coming out and new shows and tons of readily available merchandise. It's definitely a great time to get into Godzilla.
Absolutely. Most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so you brought it up earlier, that with the announcement we had the other day of a seemingly confirmed Godzilla vs. Kong sequel. What are you hoping to see from that?
So I was just at the barber shop today and I was talking to my buddy about that. I have no idea what to expect, right? I mean, the news, it's so new, so fresh, but I could only begin to wonder, what I would like to see. More Hollow Earth. I want to see more Hollow Earth. I want to see more Doug. Okay, we want to see more Doug. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Although we probably won't get any of that little guy. Less humans, more monsters. I want to see Destroya. Okay,
That
I feel
would
like
be
they
awesome.
set Destroya. What was it? King of the Monsters. At least I'm thinking they set it up. So we'll see. We got to get some more responsible monsters in. I want to see that.
It'd be awesome to see Destroyer, especially because they did use the Oxygen Destroyer, and potentially set themselves up for that easy hit.
And Godzilla Jr. Maybe we could do set it up like a Godzilla versus Destroyer type thing going on.
Yeah, that'd be really entertaining to see. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I've seen a couple different articles. I don't think any of which are actually official news. A lot of it's just speculation, but some people are thinking it's going to be a legitimate Godzilla versus Kong sequel. And some people are thinking it's going to be like a Godzilla and Kong doing something else. And some people I've also seen a couple things saying this is just going to be a Kong movie. So, and they're just calling it a sequel to Godzilla versus Kong because it's it's the next movie in comes after Godzilla versus Kong. But I've heard it tons of different ways. So I'm wondering, I definitely don't know that it would make sense to re-pit Godzilla and Kong against each other.
That's what I was thinking myself. I remember shortly after the movie came out, Godzilla vs. Kong, there were rumors about, correct me if I'm wrong, Son of Kong. Does that sound familiar?
I remember hearing that really early on after the movie came out. So I do remember, having something to do with, which I would love to see as a movie. Obviously, I'd rather see them do Godzilla related stuff, but if they did a Son of Kong movie and had Kong and his son going up against some big crazy stuff in the Hollow Earth and getting to explore that, I think that would make a really fun sequel to Kong to carry forward his story. Obviously, if they do that, they have to give us a Godzilla standalone movie. But I think
whatever they do, man, we're gonna take it. Whatever it is, we'll gladly go to the movie and we'll watch it.
Yeah. Either way, I'm there. But obviously, I'd prefer if Godzilla's the title character. But I'd love to see a Kong Hollow Earth movie. And
that'd be cool.
Explore the Hollow Earth and see what else is down there that would challenge Kong for the role of king under there.
Yeah, there's lots to be seen.
Yeah, I don't think that's the cool thing they did with the Hollow Earth. They set themselves up for, what we saw in Godzilla versus Kong probably, wasn't even the tip of the iceberg there. So there's probably plenty more to explore in that world. They've set themselves up super well to have a really fun, diverse cast down there.
I could totally see. I mean, I know it wouldn't be proper to the movie, but introducing Biollante through Hollow Earth, it just seems like such a good environment for a monster like that.
Yeah,
And
it'd
like I
be,
said, I know it wouldn't be true to the original movie, but I could see them doing their own thing like that.
that'd be really cool and a cool way to evolve the character without, completely dismantling him. And it could be really cool to see in like how they did in the Planet Earth Godzilla series, how Mechagodzilla was like a city. It'd be really cool if like Biolante was like this huge living organism in the Hollow Earth, and like
Yeah,
he was part of the Hollow Earth, um,
yeah.
giving him total access to see everything in the Hollow Earth and just really be a tough opponent.
Goodness, yeah.
And then and then you could have Kong fighting him in the Hollow Earth and getting his butt kicked, and then Godzilla comes out of nowhere and they tag team him. Secret cameo
Yeah,
of Godzilla.
Avengers style. I mean, if they're gonna do that, cool. I just hope they don't try and, knowing Hollywood, when they strike gold, they tend to really hold it steady and milk it as best as they can. I just don't want to see them do any like Avengers style movies with Godzilla and Kong constantly teaming up. It would be nice for them to have those independent movies and occasionally maybe have that team up, but each character in their own individual way, they're solid enough to stand on their own. Although I did enjoy GVK. So, hey, it's like I said before, whatever they throw my way, I'm just going to tell them to be quiet and take my money. I'm going to buy all the toys for the movie. I'm going to go see the movie a few times. I'm going to be a big fan. It's all good.
Exactly. Yeah. The more the merrier. Just keep making it.
Yeah. And that's all. No complaints, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember Godzilla versus Kong. I went and saw 5 days in a row. After it came, so I saw it opening night, and then 4 consecutive days after that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that one was, just watching it, like, because it was, first of all, I really enjoyed it, and just looking for Easter eggs, seeing if I could find fun stuff that stood out to me, kind of trying to watch it for, because the first time I was just kind of not looking too hard, just trying to enjoy it, and then kind of I'd go back and go, I'm gonna look for Easter eggs, and then I'm gonna try and look for this, and it was really fun. To definitely, yeah, they have me in the pocket there to go see the movie a bunch of times and buy whatever they make for it.
Oh my goodness, right? I hear that.
Yeah. What are some of the recent things you've ended up picking up that you've really enjoyed?
Well, let me look around the room. So, I'm a big Funko Pop collector, but I know we're sticking to Godzilla here. So I picked up the GBK 3-pack, which it was just the 3 commons, and they're probably like, "What can we do with these? Quick, just rebox them and put them in a 3-pack and go." And of course, yeah, people like me, I bought it.
Oh, for sure.
So there was the 3-pack, and I'm trying to, I want to track down those other items that they have coming out soon, like we spoke about just before. They're yet to hit my market down here in Florida. I go back and forth between Godzilla and Funko Pop, I mean, not just like Godzilla Funko Pops, but just many. Like my whole room is completely littered in Funko Pops, just all the way around. I have these custom shelves, and I'm looking at them right now, as a matter of fact. But as far as Godzilla goes, really, we've been trying to step it up on the Destroya end. My son's a huge fan, and we're just really trying to dig deep at night, doing our restless searches on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, trying to locate more things. Destroya, even Destroya plushies. But oh my goodness, some of these plushies are going for like several $100s.
The plushies are super expensive. That's something I'd love to get into collecting, but if I'm gonna spend a huge amount of money on that, like I'm gonna either buy a bunch of different things, or I'm gonna buy one really expensive, probably vinyl or something. I just can't justify spending that kind of money on
Yeah.
like the plushies, because they're not they don't look like totally amazing, like they're not convincing enough. They're fun, and I really would like them, but they're definitely not something that I'd be willing to probably throw down on.
Yeah, plushies are cool and all. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm pretty lame because I do consider myself a big fan, a big collector, but I've slowed down big time. I don't know if that's because we don't have a movie that's out with so many things being released, or I'm producing content, because a big part of what we do on our channel is finding out what's what, trying to help people find ways to beat the flippers, going out there, getting the toys, doing the videos, doing the giveaways. So there isn't too much of that going on right now. Once I begin to see the new wave of toys come out, then I'll be getting back into that part of collecting again. But we'll have these big pumps where the merchandise comes out. I go to the store, I go out there to the store, and I clean up big, and then from there just get small things here and there in between. So what was the last toy that they made for the Godzilla vs Kong? Wasn't it the battle Mechagodzilla?
Yeah,
Right?
they did I think it was the what do they call? I forget what even they called him. Did they call him Battle? Yeah, the Battle, like the one with the proton. I
Yeah.
think that's the last thing I've picked up Godzilla versus Kong wise. Was the Battle one.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm still sitting on an extra one because originally I remember you saying you needed one. So as soon as I saw it, I sent you a message right away. I didn't hear from you because you're in a different time zone than me. So you're probably still tucked in bed, sound asleep. And I picked up an extra one. So now I'm just kind of sitting on that. I don't even know what to do. I have so many things from just from giveaways that never hit the threshold to where I was able to release, and then do the giveaway. So I got to find new ways to get rid of some of those items that I purchased. Because for now I got all these Godzilla vs Kong, all these other toys just sitting in my garage that never worked out for the giveaway. So I got to figure that out. If not donate them, just find easier ways to do the giveaway so people can qualify for them. Few of those, it was just like, I don't know, because small upcoming channels, some of the goals were like 10,000 views or this and that, and it didn't hit that threshold. And I don't want to look like a liar to anyone, but it's tough because at the same time, we are still a small time upcoming channel, and I put so much money, just you would know, into these things, and it stinks too because doing the giveaways, you don't want to let people down, and you have people from all around the world. And I know they perceive things differently on the receiving end, whereas on my end, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to help out. I'm spending money out of my own pocket. And then I got a busy work schedule. YouTube's not my main job. So
right.
When I get some time, I break away to the post office, and, that costs extra money too. But these are things that I'm okay with. I'm fine with, but I do feel bad whenever giveaways don't work out, or whenever people, they try their hardest and unfortunately they don't win the giveaway. I tell you what, I got a big problem with being a giver and trying to help. And my big problem is that I can't help enough people, unfortunately. Originally we started doing Funko Pops. We were just strictly a Funko Pop channel, and that was pretty competitive. You get some people in there not so friendly. Funko Pop is a lot like the modern day Beanie Baby, whereas
Yeah.
the Godzilla collectors are just cool, calm, chilled, laid back people dating back from so far ago, right? Good group of people, easier to work with, talk to. I mean, we still get the scalpers and the flippers we have to contend with, right? So that's a
Right.
big problem. But we find ways to overcome. Sometimes you just got to be patient. Other times, just find a way to get to the store as quickly as possible and continue to check. But I know not everyone has that. We get some kids who are so young. They're just getting allowance money, and I was thinking about these poor kids. It's like, here I am getting the whole GVK collection, and these little kids are probably like, no, and it just felt so bad for them, because they can probably only get a few toys. They're not gonna talk their parents into buying $400 worth of toys. My goodness.
Right.
So yeah, we got to realize how fortunate we are. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Good
And
to give.
sometimes I do feel a little bit bad about, because when I know new stuff's coming, I'll go to the store every day and check with an employee,
Good.
make sure like the arrival date hasn't changed. And then of course when it all does show up, I'll go in there with a whole cart and, get one of everything. Some stuff I'll even get two of, because some of it I like to keep one in the box and open the other. And then sometimes it hits me, I'm like, am I horrible for this? Like I know I mean, bottom line is I don't think so, because I'm a collector just as much as anyone else is, and
That's it.
I'm not flipping them. I'm getting them for my own personal enjoyment, and
Yeah.
but sometimes it is a little, especially with like the Playmate stuff where it really is a kid's toy. I'm like, it's like, am I putting too much work into buying children's toys? Maybe, but it's fun, and I like it. So
Stop it. All right. Now you're picking on me, and you're making me feel bad about that.
no, I'm not. I promise. But yeah, so hopefully Playmates keeps churning out all sorts of goodies. And it's funny you brought up Funko Pops, because for a while I was pretty into the Funko Pops. I was actually trying to juggle Godzilla and Funko Pops, and that was a nightmare. money wise, and in the Funko Pops, it's like, oh, this one's exclusive to here, and this one's exclusive to there. So you're running all over the stores, and then like you said, that community can have so many crazy, not so friendly people in it. Of course, there's obviously a lot of good people in it, but Funko definitely seems like it was just riddled with some of the craziest, most dedicated, and feisty fans.
Toxic, very, very toxic people, because it's such a big community. Whereas with us, it's like Godzilla. But with Funko, you have a little bit of everything. Disney. You got your Marvel. You got your DC. You have anime. Oh my gosh! I accidentally was at a Hot Topic on the same day as an anime release for Demon Slayer. I was going there to just pick up. I was going to get a Charizard Funko Pop for my son. And everyone was lining up outside of the mall. The mall wasn't even open. And I had no idea what was going on. So I walked right up to the double doors. And these people swarmed me, started yelling at me. And they just looked like rabid dogs. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, oh, we know why you're here. You're here to cut the line. And I'm like, first of all, the mall's not even open. I might be going in there to buy shoes for all you know. I was like, what the heck's going on? And then I told them, I was like, I'm here for a Charizard. And then they realized I wasn't a threat because they were all there for like a Demon Slayer Funko Pop. But yeah, many toxic people that I've run into. Also good people, man. But I'm telling you, at some of those Funko Pop releases, I would work my way to the front because I'm a go-getter. If I see something I want it, I'm gonna get it. I don't like flippers. I don't like people who are rude. Not that I'm rude. I'm good. I'm respectful. I get to places at a good time. I get myself into position. I make friends with the employees, and I'll work my way to the front. And I remember this one time I saw a mother. She had her stroller. And I was talking to her in line, and her husband sent her in. He was at work, and I felt bad because by the time she would have got up there, it would have been gone. So I grabbed one for her. So I always try and find ways to help these people out because I want them to be happy,
Right. Yeah.
Realize
definitely.
good people out there. Yeah. Yeah. So I won't try and go down that rabbit hole of Funko Pops. I know we're here for Godzilla. I should show you my collection sometime. It's wicked. I'm looking up because literally my whole wall going around is just Funko Pops. They're due for cleaning, that's for sure. That's funny.
I can see some of them back there, and I saw a lot more when you were kind of moving around, getting set
Yeah,
up.
my lighting isn't the best right now. I apologize for that. Here, let me try and hold this up real quick. So we got Funkos, and then look. I'll see. Look up high.
Yeah.
Funkos. They all go. It doesn't stop.
Also my collection.
That's your collection too, Lorenzo? Yeah. See,
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
See, whatever's mine is his. That's how it works when you're a dad. And it's kind of funny because here I am collecting toys, and he's really neat about it because sometimes he does prefer to keep his things inside of a box. I'm like, whoa, you really? Like me as a child, never. I would rip everything out of a box. So it's cool. It works out. It's a good balance. Other times I do have to buy one for me and then one for him. So we do good, don't we, Lauren?
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, though. You keep yours in the box. He opens his. That way you have one of each. Keep one mint. I know. Yeah, that's the downside. Is the only thing I've really ever doubled up on is the Playmates and then the Godzilla vs. Kong Funko Pops. I doubled down on a lot of that stuff because it was easy to, because they were pretty inexpensive. But it'd be nice to be able to keep having in-box and out-of-box for like SH Monster Arts and stuff. But that's definitely not happening because those things are way too pricey.
Did you get any of the GVK minifigures? I know that, at least from my understanding, they were only released overseas. They were the small. They even had Behemoth, right? Like the big woolly mammoth. Which is weird. He had nothing to do with the movie. Yeah, we never saw them here in the States. I had to buy a few of them from overseas. They were expensive, like $30 each.
Wow.
Came from Japan. All I got was a Kong and a Godzilla. And then there was a bigger one. Remember a few months back, somebody showed something where it was like all of the individual mini little toys from Godzilla vs. Kong.
Anyways, yeah, I did see some of those minis, and I had trouble finding, because at first I thought they were like totally licensed and legit, and then I heard a bunch of stuff saying they were all bootlegs. So I guess you have them. Do you know, like, do you know if are they actually like?
Yeah, bring it here, buddy. Yep. he's such a good boy. He brought him in. Let's take a look.
Yeah. So who did those?
Playmates.
So those must have been legit. Yeah, those are definitely ones I wish they released here. I feel like they would have done pretty well if they released them, and especially because if they actually released them in the States, they could have easily done it for like those could be $4.99, and everyone would be buying them up because they'd be cheap.
People would have went crazy here. That's the thing, and they aren't die cast. Forgive me. I mean, they could be. I haven't taken them out of the box, but they do look more vinyl plastic than anything. But yeah, isn't that weird? It's like, don't you guys like money? Don't you realize what would happen if you released these here in the United States? These would have flown off the shelves.
Yeah, or at least done something so you could buy them online or something. Because I definitely was interested in trying to hunt those down, but I didn't quite want to pay $30 a throw for such a little guy.
I'm weak.
Yeah, well, especially because I didn't know if they were. I had trouble figuring out if they were legit or not. But now that I know, it seems like they are. Now maybe I'll have to poke around and see if I can find a decent price on them.
Yeah, they're probably coming down in price. It's worth a shot. Look on eBay.
Yeah,
Where do you
especially with the sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say like secondary marketplaces. What do you use? What do you go on to make your purchases with?
I search a bunch of different ones. Normally, I'll always poke around on Craigslist. Nobody ever puts anything up on there anymore, though. At least around here. But Facebook Marketplace has been good to me a couple times. eBay, and then lately for a lot of stuff, not so much new stuff, but older stuff. I've just been going through a couple of people I found through Instagram. So I've just been, I'll just ask them, do you have access to this figure? And they'll go, I'll talk to my people. I think they have a bunch of connections overseas, and so they try and ship stuff in. So just a big mix of everything. How about yourself?
So Craigslist is a good idea. I haven't tried that. I'll have to look into it. Although I don't know if people are really using Craigslist as much as they used to.
Right.
Looking on Amazon, eBay, Mercari, going to the stores. Facebook Marketplace is nice. You might want to check that out. And here's another one. There's an app called OfferUp. Have you ever looked into OfferUp?
I've heard about it, but I've never actually looked at Godzilla stuff on it.
OfferUp is good. You definitely want to check that out. You'll find some of the older collectors, I don't want to call them senior citizens. We respect them. We love them all. All Godzilla collectors created equally. But I found some good deals on there from people just downsizing. And you see some of the stuff they're getting rid of, and you're like, what the heck? Holy cow, you're getting rid of that? And they got some good deals. So check it out. OfferUp.
Okay, I'll have to check it out and then come yell at you when I spend all my money on there.
That's fine. Go for it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. It's always fun when you find people selling big chunks. I remember Craigslist did come through a couple of times. I found somebody selling a bunch of Bandai 8-inches, so I bought probably 4 or 5 off of him. I got my Shogun. I got my Shogun Godzilla, the big one, on Craigslist for $25. Yeah, so that was a score.
Is it complete?
Well, not totally. It's the lever on the back of his head is snapped off, and the hand doesn't shoot anymore. But I've seen the hand alone go for $25, so I was pretty happy to throw down $25 for a heavily used one.
Wow, that's so cool. I mean, what a piece of history, I guess you can call it, right?
Yeah, definitely. And
My goodness.
One time I was talking to, when I was back in high school, I was wearing a Godzilla shirt, and my band teacher commented on it, and so we got to talking about Godzilla stuff, and I guess he was a big fan a while ago, and he was telling me he used to have the Shogun Godzilla and the Shogun Rodan, which nobody seems to have the Rodan. And he was saying how he had both of them, but he got rid of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, if you had both of those still, even without a box in fairly used new condition, the set of those is very, very worth a lot of money.
Oh my goodness, that'd be so cool to have for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I definitely want to track down the Rodan at some point, but he is expensive, even used. He's $600 or something.
that's the thing too. You wouldn't know unless you're constantly checking, and that's the thing. You don't know what you don't know. So you could go to check, and somebody could have just bought it and took it off the marketplace. So it's good to check. I think some of these apps you might even be able to set. Offer up the app I was telling you about. You can set the app to provide you with notifications. This way, if there's something you're interested in, boom, you'll get a notification right away, so you can be hot on the spot and get right to it.
I'll have to check that one out. I wonder if they're trying to kind of come through and knock eBay out of the realm of people
Yeah.
shopping and buying and selling.
Yeah.
There's definitely a
So
lot more ways to get a hold of stuff.
I was gonna say something real quick. I'm sorry for jumping on in there, but I'm interested what the market in Colorado is like as far as being a Godzilla collector and how you're able to gain access to these items once they come out. Super competitive here in Florida. I actually can't wait to get out of this state. It's a beautiful state. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Born and raised here. It's just super crowded and super competitive, and people are all about making money here. So if you're a toy collector, you got to be good at what you do. Honestly, not just, oh hey, I buy toys, but no. If there's a release, I really got to be out there early, on top of it. I mean, you know the whole process.
Yeah,
I'm curious
it's,
what you do.
in terms of the stuff that's in stores, it's not too bad for Godzilla wise. I do remember. No, it's actually been pretty decent. Like I'm pretty on top of most of the stuff. I find pictures of the barcodes and I bring them in for the employees to scan and tell me the release dates and whatnot. So I'm normally pretty safe on a lot of the stuff. But granted, I figure out when it's going to come and I'm there day one. So and some stuff I have noticed. I remember Walmart when they got the Mechagodzilla in. And they got this giant, they got like a giant shipper with Mechagodzilla and, a refresh of all the Kong and Godzilla stuff. That shipper stayed fairly okay for a while. The Mechagodzillas got picked through faster than anything, but I came back like 2 days later and there was still a Mechagodzilla or two left. The Funko Pops, I gave up on trying in store because the stores got them so late. I feel like one, because they're Funko Pops, so they probably fell into the category of just being absorbed into the craziness. But I feel like the Funko Pops were such a messy release. Like Walmart actually was the best. I got my Walmart stuff the soonest, but I ordered the full the full set of the commons through Entertainment Earth, and they backlogged my order like almost 6 months. Like they told me it was going to come in like April or something. I didn't get it till like September or something nuts. So, but for the most part, the stuff in store is fairly easy to get, but that partially is due to the fact that I am so diligent and I go back to the store and I call all the time, and everyone probably hates me. But no, so it's not too bad if it seems like.
It was hard these last few years, right? Especially with COVID, just the shortage with getting things here, not having the people to do the work, to unload the ships, because you know where these things are made and where they're coming in from. So I agree, getting the Funko Pops was difficult. And now that I think about it, I don't think there was a single Funko Pop I purchased in stores. I could be wrong. Most of them I ordered online, which I was scared to do. I'm actually terrified whenever I purchase something like a Funko Pop online because I am an inbox collector. But as far as getting the GVK merch, that was all easy. And I'm such a fool. Because I have no boundaries. I even asked the manager if I could get the display case, the cardboard display case that all the GVK toys were inside of. They wouldn't allow it. Something about like trademark. And I was like, what the heck? They throw it out. They put it in the garbage anyway. So it's like, what? Just tell me when you're throwing it out then. But no, they wouldn't work with me on that. So you win some, you lose some.
Like you're talking about the big thing that all the Playmate stuff was in?
Yeah. It was cool.
I remember almost, because I saw mine, I found out the release date because I knew Mechagodzilla was going to be there. And I showed up right when they were opening, and I asked them if they had it, and they like went to the back room and wheeled it out for me. And I almost asked them if I could put my name on it or ask, figure out when they're going to get rid of it to see if I could have that. but I ended up not doing it because it was so big. I just knew I wouldn't have space for it, but it was definitely cool. But I guess they probably would have told me the same thing they told you about the licensing.
Yeah, some of them don't care. Some of them don't follow the rules. Others, yeah, they're not going to let it happen. But you don't know unless you ask. You got to try. That's the biggest thing. Most people, they just don't want to try. Yeah, I guess they're
Yeah,
just kind of
exactly.
scared. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's how I got when Godzilla 2014 came out. Safeway had like a really cool big cutout, and I asked if I could have it, and they said sure. So they put my name on it, and they called me a couple weeks later when they were done with it, and I went and picked it up. So it's kind of tucked back there, but I got the big, the setup with that the movies were all displayed in. It's a really cool cutout of Godzilla, and then the Funko Pops. I don't know if did you ever see the Walmart exclusive Godzilla versus Kong Funko Pops at Walmart?
The 10-inchers?
Yeah, how they sent them in like that tray that held 4 of them that said Godzilla versus Kong on it. There were a couple of them at my Walmart just empty. Like there were four displays and 1 Funko Pop. So I asked them like, if I buy this last Funko Pop, can I have all these displays? And they said sure. So I have a couple of those like Godzilla versus Kong Funko Pop trays that they let me keep.
Yeah, same here. I was able to get one of those myself.
Oh, awesome.
It's just whatever, I don't know. Us collectors, we can't explain why we do certain things. We just do it,
Yep, we just do it, and then yep, that's about it.
It takes up space in our house, and then eventually we're like, darn it, why did I do this?
Basically, yep.
Yeah, man.
About how it rolls.
Yeah. So what else? What else is going on in your world?
Oh, not too much. Just waiting on the new Playmate stuff to come out so I can get my hands on it and do a couple new videos and enjoy them and reorganize my whole display. And that's the big one. It's kind of annoying because I have right now I have my whole display set up where it kind of goes. I have it going from 1954 down and then drops a level, so I have 1954 all the way down to like 98, and then it drops down to Godzilla 2000 and goes all the way around to 2014, and then Monsterverse starts, and so I have everything kind of arranged in order of its appearance, I guess. But so if I get a new figure that has to go here, I gotta like shift everything down, so adding to the collections become a real piece of work, but that definitely doesn't stop me. But yeah, so just waiting for the next couple things to arrive. I have a couple of
gosh, probably running out of space.
Yeah, space is definitely never a friend.
Oh man, I totally hear you. So what would you say is the best piece that you own, the best figure?
Oh, the best whole figure. That's such a good question, and I've tried to figure it out before, and I keep, one day I'll be drawn to this figure, one day I'll be drawn to this one. I definitely would say some of the ones that are consistently very, very close to the top are the Bandai Super Premium big, giant Godzilla that I have is awesome. I love all my 8-inch Bandai Japan Tokyo SOS Godzillas because that's just my favorite suit. They're all sitting down here, so all these guys are always some of my favorites.
Wait, is that Godzilla?
No, that wasn't Space
It's
Godzilla.
the 2003 Bandai Japan.
So nice.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite suit of Godzilla. So I have
that
it.
looks good.
And then I recently picked up the big 91. Let me see if I can get it without knocking anything over. This guy. So it's the big Bandai Japan 1991. He's quickly worked his way up to one of my favorites. What about yourself? What about both of you?
Okay, so it's pretty lame because like I was saying earlier on in the video, I'm not one of those guys that has as many cool figures as you have. Like, for example, what's behind you. I'd like to get started on that next. Some of the figures I have, they're for more like nostalgic reasons why I have them. Like this guy again. You keep seeing this guy, the Godzilla Puppet. So that was another one that I tracked down after so many years, and it felt good to have it back. I have some of the older Godzilla Funko Pops. I don't have the whole set because some of those are like $300 to $400 just for one Funko Pop. No big deal here. It would look much cooler if I actually took it out of the box, but
What's that?
this is like diorama. This is the Johnny Lightning series.
Hey,
I don't know if you can see. Oh, no, you probably can't see that too well, can you? Let me get a better light on that one.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see it. That's really cool. I've never
Oh
seen
man,
that.
I wish the lighting was better though. It's got like a little tank in there, and he's holding some trains. It's a nice little setup. I like the figures that have like the city destruction to go along with it.
Yeah, those are fun.
I saw it was the Godzilla vs Kong, the battle play set. I think the buildings are made out of like paper and cardboard though, aren't they?
I think I don't know. I've kind of avoided. I saw it came out, and I've kind of avoided videos because I want my, when I finally get it, I don't know. I just want to be able to see it for the first time. So I actually haven't. I know I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't looked hard enough to see if those are plastic or if they are if those are paper. I'm not sure. I hope they're plastic, so you can knock them over a little easier. But I don't know.
So here's another one. This isn't figure related, but the game Godzilla PS4. You ever played that one?
No. And I remember.
What's that?
Well, I remember passing that game up when it was like $40, just because I hadn't heard the most amazing things about it. So I was like, oh, I'll just wait. I'll get it later. And now I'm kicking myself every single day because that game's like $200 easily. And, and either way, like I should have just gotten it because I love Godzilla. I had a PlayStation, like just get the stupid game, but I didn't. And now I'm definitely kicking myself for not getting that one. That's a really cool piece to have.
It is. The movement on it is awful, but it's a fun game, just to pretend you're one of these monsters that we love, and then to beat the heck out of another one, to level a city. It's hard though. He's the one who has more time to play this game, and he's awesome at the game, but he's having such a hard time unlocking Destroya.
Me too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Poor guy was in tears the other night because he can't unlock that character. So he's trying. I spent a pretty penny on that, but it is what it is. It makes him happy.
That's what.
Yeah, it's definitely on my.
So who do we have on there, Lorenzo? What's that?
I was just saying that's definitely on my checklist of stuff I hope to get one day.
Yeah.
Who's the most fun character to play in that one? Do you have a favorite?
Well, you don't have Destroyer, but you play as Biollante.
Maybe.
You play as Jet Jaguar. You like Space Godzilla. You do a good job with him.
Yeah. Hey, Space Godzilla's moves in Godzilla, it's sick. If you do like one of the spikes and the spikes.
He's talking about the spikes that come out. Space Godzilla. When like the big pillars come out of the ground and whatnot. The big spikes he's referring to. They got some cool battle moves. I like fighting with Mothra though. She's my queen. I love that girl.
Mothra? That's a fun one.
Yeah, he's showing you some of the characters that they have.
Did you guys ever play the Godzilla Unleashed on the Wii? That one, I do have that one. Of course, now the Wii stopped working, so I got to figure out how to fix it or to buy a new one. But Godzilla Unleashed was a lot of fun, and yeah, it's kind of the same. You could work your way and unlock new monsters, and Destroya was really fun. He had like a cool finisher where you could like do some combination, and he just like would call down a meteor to finish. Like a meteor would just come out of the sky and finish your opponent.
The Mortal Kombat stuff, it'd be cool to get a new game. I feel like we're long overdue for a game. Maybe not. Maybe that's just me being spoiled, because we already have so much. But it would be nice to have a new game, maybe like a first-person mode where you're a person, living in that time where the monsters are just fighting, leveling cities, and you could go back and forth between playing as a human character, maybe like working for Monarch, go back and forth, maybe be a monster or something like that. I just think that'd be really cool to experience that, even virtual reality. That'd be cool, but to actually like place yourself in that environment and be like, whoa, so this is what it must be like, huh? Because us. I mean, as destructive as Godzilla and all these other monsters are, how cool would it be to wake up one day and look out your window and see that going on?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love a new game. That would get me to buy whatever console it's exclusive to. They could announce a Godzilla game for whatever, and I'd go buy an Xbox. I'd go buy a PS5. Sign me up.
Yeah.
That would definitely
be cool, man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
well, cool, man. Very good. I appreciate it all.
Yeah, I really, really appreciate you coming on the the podcast here. I guess the last thing I want to end on is, do you either A, have a pre-order that you're super excited for, or B, do you have something like what's like your holy grail right now, that like what's a figure you have your eyes on that you really just want to try and get somehow?
What I would really like to grab, there's a few of them, and I'm a budget guy. I'm a big time budget guy. I would love to get some of these figures that we see these guys opening up in the Godzilla figures collectors group that you and I are both in on Facebook. I would absolutely love that. I'm jealous of those guys when I see them with those figurines, but I just know it's not in the budget. I mean, the money's there, but I can't do something like that right now. One of these days, maybe that would be nice, but I would like to go back and get one of those play sets from the Godzilla 2014 movie. Like with the battle destruction play sets. I really want to get one of those. I've seen them in person. I just think that they're so cool. They come in a nice box, and there's the good viewer, the display on it. And like I was saying, I'm an inbox collector, so that's something I really want to track down and hopefully be able to get one of these days. As far as any pre-orders go, no pre-orders. I'm getting closer and closer to pulling the trigger on one of these items, because some of them are okay. They fall within like a reasonable budget. There's something that was just released the other day, wasn't it? Was it Mondo or Super 7? It was Biollante and Godzilla. I don't know which company it was. I think it was Super 7, right?
Yeah, that was the Super 7. They just announced they're doing the Godzilla, and then like the cool rose face Biollante, like not fully evolved.
She looks so good. I love that girl. She's something special. So I'm excited for that one. I'm close. So close to pre-ordering that. I've had a few close calls, man, and you guys are probably like, close calls, some of us, we have no problem doing that, but I have to draw the line and keep it within a certain boundary. But I've been close a few times where I've had items in my cart on these big releases, and then I guilt trip myself big time. Just guilt trip the heck out of myself, because I say, oh man, I go spending all that money. I could literally buy groceries for 2 weeks or something. That's how I look at these things, man. But slow and steady wins the race. I have my whole life to continue to collect. So I just got to go at a good, easy pace. I would feel bad if I came home with like a $300 Godzilla figurine, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I guess I am pretty lame after all, right?
No, definitely not.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
But that I'm trying to remember. I think I pre-ordered my Godzilla and Biollante through Super 7, and it charged me right away, so you can get the money part out of the way with. But I think they're also on Big Bad Toy Store, and Big Bad Toy Store never charges you till it ships.
That's good.
So so you have kind of both options. If you'd rather just knock out the money part now, you could do it through Super 7, or if you want to not pay until they come out, which I think is the winter of this year, you can go the Big Bad Toy Store route. Big Bad Toy Store will probably get them a little later because Super 7 has to send them to them. But it's nice to know you have both options where you can either get the money out of the way now, or you can, wait till the item actually drops and they basically are ready to ship it.
Yeah, that's always good. And another one, to go back to your question that you asked, something else I've been slowly trying to piece together, the old Trendmaster toys, where it's the Godzilla head, and you open it up and it's a play set. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah. I've
got a few of them. Yeah, go ahead, go for it. I actually have a few of those, but it's tough piecing them together. Yeah,
it's empty. So I bought it empty. It was like part of a set that somebody sold me a bunch of stuff, and they tossed this in. So it doesn't have anything inside of it, but it's definitely fun. Like, I definitely would love to track down more of these.
And I love that style of Godzilla. That is just such a cool style of Godzilla right there.
Right. I'd love to see a re-release of a couple of these style figures, like, and maybe, since Super 7 did the throwback Shogun figures, and then went right from that to showing us they can do like SH Monster Arts style quality of figures. it'd be really cool if they could do like a 6-inch re-release of like all the old, the classic Trendmasters line, like, you know,
My goodness, look
like
at those. Whoa, wait, hang
like
on. Let's see that again.
let me move this.
Wow, that is beautiful. Yeah, I definitely admire that. I wish I was able to take you around and show you everything I've got. I've got some nice things, but nothing like that. I definitely admire it and definitely trying to get a few pieces like that myself. Beautiful. My goodness.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, I did a full collection video back in January, so that's on the, if you want to see everything. And
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's how I found you actually. You posted that to the group.
oh, okay, that's right. I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Super 7 could give us like some throwback Trendmasters figures, that'd be super cool. I'd scoop all those up.
Yeah, it was such a blessing. I was at church and I was volunteering the other weekend, and I saw this guy come in. I was an usher. I was just opening the door and showing people where to sit, and this guy came in, and he's at church with the Super 7 shirt. So I'm like, okay, excuse me. And I say to him, I was like, I like your shirt. And he's like, thanks. I work for them. I was like, what? So I couldn't run over to him right away because I got things I have to do. But after the service let out, I introduced myself to him, and he gave me his info. He's actually an artist. He works with them, and he said he's going to try and put me in touch with the owners of the company, which I think would be pretty cool because maybe I could work on a relationship with them and sit down, do interviews, and kind of like what we're doing right here, right now. And that would be cool. Maybe if I can work on that, where the three of us can work together and we can do interviews with those guys from over there at Super 7, give them some of our ideas, let them know from our end what the fans would like to see. They'll listen to guys like us. We're the guys, we're, maybe on a smaller scale, but we are working our way up as far as being influencers in the community and helping others out, letting them know what's coming out, when it's coming out, what you have to look forward to. Basically, like modern day commercials, is how YouTube is nowadays.
Right. Yeah.
So it's good if you can market and get your foot in the door. And so I was kind of shocked, kind of surprised I was able to work that relationship out. I tried doing that with Playmates, but Playmates, they're hey, God bless them, but they kind of are a little snobby with their noses in the air. They never replied back to me. I tried working with them a few times, but it is what it is. You just got to be relentless. You got to keep at it and keep on knocking on those doors. You never know who's going to answer.
Definitely. Yeah, that's super cool. And that Super 7 thing, definitely chase that down yourself. And if you want to end up, collaborating on something like that, I definitely, of course, would be down. Yeah. And maybe you could get to the point where they're tossing you, figures for first looks, and you could, because that's how you really, that's a really good way to get your channel just to explode. If, you go, hey, I got this before anyone else, you got to watch it here first. That'd be awesome if you're able to work that relationship in that way and just start getting first looks at stuff.
It would be cool, and I thought about it. It would be a win, but also I would want to turn around and spin it because I don't feel like I really need all that, So although it would be fun, I think I would just turn around and just end up doing like giveaways or things that I can do to help other people out. Because ultimately, that's how the channel really started to expand. Is just I started to do giveaways, and I had a few people say, "Stop with the giveaways, stop with the giveaways." And I was like, "Well, nobody's forcing you to watch my channel. If you don't like the amount of giveaways I do, then just don't even get involved with it at all." That's just kind of where my heart is at, because as a child, wanting to have access to these things and not being able to really have access, and then becoming an adult. I mean, granted, I'm buying like $10 figures, $20 figures, and whatnot. It's no big deal to buy a few extra and then do giveaways with. So that's something I would keep in mind, if I ever, was privileged enough to work with one of those companies. If they're going to give me something, well, it's like, do I keep it or do I just, kind of pass it forward and bless somebody else with something good that they can really be excited about? Because I'm just excited to have it in my hands, look at it, and then say, all right, now let's pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, definitely keep me posted, and I'd love to keep in the loop on whatever ends up happening with that.
Yeah. I feel like I I was just saying, I feel like reaching out and just giving you a handshake right now. Give you a virtual one.
I know. I wish we could. Too bad. That's the next step of Zoom. We'll do that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory thing where we can.
Oh man.
But I really appreciate you coming on and doing doing this with me. I definitely hope to keep in touch and do another one of these in the future if you're down, and just keep on keeping on.
Yeah, definitely, man. Maybe once I get myself set up into a better position, take you on a better tour and show you what's what. We kind of been not really doing too much with the channel right now. Just been busy with a lot. I'm coaching basketball for my son, and then busy with a few other things going on. But I really need to, get back into the community. So I appreciate the opportunity, and best of luck to you, man. You got a good thing going here, and it's good to see you with the setup and everything you got going on. You're definitely taking the right approach. So keep on keeping on. You're working with some great people, I see.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate. A lot of awesome people have. When I decided I kind of wanted to try and do something like this, just reached out to anyone and everyone who I thought might do it, and I've gotten a lot of non-responses, but I've also been really lucky and had a lot of people willing to do this. And I got a couple more fun ones lined up for weeks to come. So definitely excited to keep doing this and keep chatting about Godzilla figures. And I hope to keep doing the same. And we'll definitely have to keep in touch.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Keep at it. You'll get those people who they don't respond back to you, but it's no big deal. Just remember, once you get up there and you get a little bit bigger, those other guys, when they reach out to you, it's good to be there for them as well.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Right on, man. All right, brother. So I appreciate it. Where do we go from here now?
Yeah, well, I'll just sign off. So yeah, everyone should definitely check out Del TV on YouTube for all sorts of fun Godzilla stuff and other stuff. You guys do a lot of fun non-Godzilla related content on the channel too.
Yeah.
Much more diverse than myself. So check out that channel. It's a lot of fun. Anyone who's stuck around this long into the video, thank you so much for watching. And guys, we'll see you in the next one.
All right, guys. See you later. Take care.